Hey, I was just on mute. So if you didn't hear me, that's why. Hey, welcome to the online book launch for, hold on. Oh, you can see it behind me. Boom. Your Life Sucks? Here's how to fix it. Could be read two ways. Your life sucks. Here's how to fix it. Or uh, your life sucks. Here's how to fix it. And I'll tell you, the depends on who you are on which is more appropriate. The way you read it. Good to see you, Ben. Thanks for popping on. I've got some special guests that are going to join me. We got Grant Saunders in the house. Grant, I know you've got a show to do. So if you want to just pop on, just like for 30 seconds, you can. If you don't have time, that's not a problem. Dan, same thing. I just dropped a link. So if you're over now, if you're on TikTok, this is just a bonus stream for you because the main stream where I have the most interactivity is over on YouTube and Facebook. So you can head over to my YouTube channel. That's probably the easiest. It's youtube.com/at Jim Kellner, Jim Kellner. Sean, good to see you. So the main thing I'm going to be able to do, I'm going to be doing some prizes over here, giving away some copies of the book. We're maybe some other stuff too. You can start that off by dropping the hashtag for today, which is YLS book. YLS book. And Scott King just made a great Scott's a great guy to have around because he just always reminds you of the things that you really got to kind of do. And one of those things is dropping a link to the book. There it is. Go grab the book right now, if you will. So here's the thing. It's really helpful if you want to support your boy here. Go grab the Kindle version. Right away. $3. It's only $3 today. I shouldn't say the price because later on it'll be different. But anyway, that's what it is today. You can get it and leave a review. The more sales and reviews we get right away, the better. It kind of shows up in the algorithm a little more. So that's really helpful. We got Brian Bay in the house, Ben Garcia, John Nutter, buddy. How are you? Good to see you. I haven't seen John in a long time. Dan Goyette, Bob Corso, a lot of people, and I see a lot of people over on TikTok too. So if let me see, let me get got Nora Noble in the house as well. Nope, that's a different. Hold on. So I'm going to be talking. So today, what we're going to do, we're giving away some prizes. We'll be talking to some of the people that have already read the book. Some of my good friends, colleagues, most of them authors themselves. So I'll be talking a little bit about their books. I'll be telling you about the history of the book. Talk about my first book, which it's not this one actually, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Let's see what else we can do. So if you want to grab the book, it is you can go to jimkellnerhypnotist.com/author. That's what it is, author. There it is. And I wish I could interact more with you over on TikTok, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my live streaming credentials as quickly as I thought. I thought I already had them. Big hassle. Thanks for all the love, everybody. If you want to send stars and gifts, that's great too. All right. So Nora's actually, so here's it is on Amazon, Ben, and you can grab it at jimkellnerhypnotist.com/author. Some of you will win a copy, physical copy. I will be sending out. Yeah, you got to, another great point from Scott is if you buy the Kindle version, obviously you're going to read it, but might take you a couple of days. But if you want to leave a review right away, you got to scroll through the pages, get to the end. Otherwise, they know that you didn't actually have time to read it. You didn't flip through it. And if you get a physical copy, you got to wait. If you order a physical copy, wait until it comes in the mail before you leave the review, or which is fair. Amazon's going to go, yeah, sorry, that doesn't work. So Nora, if you want to jump on, I just sent you a link to join. you're certainly welcome to. I can bring more people on if anybody else would like to say hi. Let's see. Nope, can't find a lot of beta readers. Getting some great feedback, guys. I'm super stoked about the feedback. You know, when you write a book, and this is a tough thing, or create any kind of any kind of art, you just never know if it's good or not. I mean, you may think it's good. Well, at least I don't, because I don't have a lot of hubris, so I'm not thinking, oh, it's got to be great because I wrote it. No, I mean sometimes you create stuff and it kind of sucks. But I've got some great feedback, and they might be lying to me. I don't know. Keep it up. I thought we had Nora here almost, but nope, she didn't quite make it. So yeah, we're out live streaming if you're over on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Grant's ordered his copy. Grant Saunders wrote the foreword for this, and Grant Saunders is really the top UK hypnotist, one of the top hypnotists, stage hypnotists, one of the top hypnotists in the world. And he actually wrote the foreword. It's just fantastic. It's there's Nora. Let's see if we can get her. She's at a parade. She's at a parade right now, so it's a little tough for her to connect. Nora, can you hear me? Never. Here's a great advice, everybody, and I keep forgetting to do this. When you schedule an event like a book launch, for instance, grab a calendar and look for holidays on your calendar, because I didn't realize it was Labor Day weekend here in the States. So, yeah, that's it's not letting me connect audio and sorry, it's I'm getting confused here. So yeah, it's on Labor Day, which is not convenient, so I wouldn't do that in the future, because I know a lot of people are out, camping. Nora's actually at a parade. It's not letting her connect for some reason. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to help you, Nora. Thanks for dropping by anyway. Let me just give you but since Nora, she tried to come on, Nora is a prolific, fantastic author herself. She's also a speaker, hypnotherapist, fantastic. So the link, if you want to join, guys, is down in the comments there. It's in the comments. It says wave-video. I'm going to try to snag it again. Hold on. Anybody who wants to join, you can pop on, and if I don't like you, I'll just drop you off real quick. Let's see. Here we go. There's Grant. Grant's got the link now. So yeah, this is one of Nora's books. I love this book, Self-Care for Crisis. She's also got Mindfulness Eating. I think she has about 4 or 5, and really great. And this is a very practical book. So grab this book too while you're over there on Amazon, picking up great books. Got so many great people here. So Dan Goyette just bought one. He also did a review. Appreciate that. Scott King just bought one. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Scott's always a very helpful guy. Very supportive. Let's see who's coming on now. Dun, dun, dun. We hear the ding, so we know someone's coming on. Hey, if you're over on TikTok, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not. I love you just as much as I love everyone else, almost. So yeah, I don't know. I think there might be a problem with Wave today. It's not letting people connect, which is a real pain. And that's really. Oh, that's Nora again. Let's see. Maybe she's. There she is, Miss Nora Noble, everybody. Well, it's a great photo. We can't actually see video from you, Nora. Can you try to say something? Oh, there she is. There's Miss Nora Noble right there. No, you probably just have a bad connection.
Hi. Chris says hi, everybody.
Chris Noble, another one of my favorite people, but I don't want to go walking around Vegas with him again. That was terrible. We had a terrible experience. I don't blame him at all. And this is the book. This is Nora's book here. So, if you're over on TikTok, I forgot to show you. Nora, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for taking time out from your parade day.
You're welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure.
You read the book. You wrote some nice stuff.
I meant most of it.
Most of it, good. All right. You meant most of it. I love that. You always appreciate it. She was one of the proofreaders and said some really nice things. And was just so your help was just invaluable because I used to be good at grammar stuff, and I'll tell a little bit more about that grammar and spelling. But then, some reason, I just got terrible at it. So really appreciate that. You, Bob Corso, and Paulette St. Louis all volunteered to do some proofreading. So again, really appreciate that, Nora.
You're welcome. I'm happy to help.
Awesome, thank you. We're going to go ahead and move on because you got a bad connection. So thanks, Nora.
Okay. Hey,
Take care.
best of luck.
Thanks. I think we have Grant Saunders on the line now.
How do I turn my camera around?
Oh, there he is. He's going to turn the camera around.
Oh.
You may not be able to understand him. He speaks a different kind of English than us in the States here. He says it's the original. No problem at all. No problem at all. Thanks for popping in. So Grant, your camera's off, which is probably better.
There we go. Let me just come back as loud. Yeah, 1 second. 1 second.
There he is.
There we go. There he is. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, the joys of life. So it's this wave. What is this wave? I don't know.
I know. I shouldn't be on that other platform. That's the problem.
Yes. So cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm just about to go into the gig. So I'm sat in the car park for this amazing book launch. I'm so excited and just so like, the hype about this has been amazing. But having had the privilege of kind of, going through this book, such a great book and so many great tips that kind of make me go, do you know what? Yeah, I need to get my ass into gear and listen to that. You know what I mean? To take the tips, take the advice, and it's perfect for that. So, and it looks great too as well.
All right, thanks a lot, Grant. Really appreciate it. Grant wrote the foreword, and he and I. Let me just read a little bit from the beginning of his foreword because I really like this. So Grant and I we're business partners on a lot of stuff, good friends as well. We've how long have we known each other now? 6, 7 years, something like that.
Oh yeah, it's going to be 7 years sort of thing. Yeah. It feels longer.
It does feel long. We met we met online at first, but then we met at a hypnosis conference, and this is what he says. This is what Grant says. He says, "I first met Jim Kellner at a hypnosis conference in New York, and from that moment, I knew he was someone special. We bonded over a funny observation of the characters in the hypnosis field and his dodgy British accent." What?
I mean, yeah, it is a dodgy British accent. Make Dick Van Dyke look genuine.
What are you talking about? My British accent is fantastic. It's fantastic. Or I can do a bit of a posh one as well. See, that's the beauty of me. I can do all kinds of British accents for you, and I throw in a little Australian there as well, if you like. Yeah.
In the presence of multifaceted talent, just there.
How about an American accent for us?
Awesome.
Awesome.
That's what you guys say, isn't it? Just awesome.
Grant, I know you got a show to do. Thanks for stopping by. Go kick some ass.
Absolutely amazing. Ordered my copy. Already ordered the copy of the Kindle version as well. Guys, order this book. Just order it. Do you know what I mean? You will not regret it. And you're helping out a guy that helps out so many people in this industry. For the time it's going to take you and for the few measly scrummy little dollars it will cost you, get it ordered. So there we go.
Thanks, buddy.
Jim, that is me. Cool. Take care. Have a great launch and have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah. Great show, buddy. Great show.
Cheers.
We've got is Grant in a parade too? No, Grant's getting ready to go into a show. Ben just bought his copy. Thank you. So let's see here. Jim's book is Scott says, I can actually forgot I can show things. Let's get rid of Grant. What happened here? Hide from the stream. We got Brian Bay going to join us in a moment. Scott King, he is English. It probably isn't original. They probably took it from someone. Good point. Very good point. Nobody steals like the British do. Nora Opal says, what does she say? Jim's book is so awesome. It is an easy read, and the stories just resonate, and he makes the tips simple. Simple. Appreciate that. Mr. Brian Bay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Brian Bay, of course, is the co-host of the Hypnosis Hero podcast. He's also just last week helped out with a stage hypnosis training I did. Brian, welcome.
Wouldn't miss this for the world, man. Super proud of you and looking forward to it. We autographed the first book last week.
We did.
One of our Hypnosis Hero podcast viewers, and it looks like we're due for another one.
Yes, absolutely. Lisa, we did send one out to Lisa also. I have a book for you too, Brian, and I forgot to bring it to you last week.
I have money for you too, so happy to buy it and contribute to the cause.
Oh, well, you know what? We'll talk about that later. I'm sure there's other ways we can make an arrangement.
That's the most Navy thing I've heard all day. I recently woke up.
So, Brian, you just went skydiving yesterday. You challenged gravity. You apparently survived.
Yes.
What was it like for you at that time? It's about, what is your 100th time or something like that?
No, I think my 7th or 8th time out at Skydive Snohomish, and for all the people who, content creators, Facebook Live from 7,000 feet beat that.
Damn.
So,
yeah.
We got some special permission from the owners, and it was so on the ground. The sun was coming down as it's about a 15-20 minute flight up to 14,000 feet, and once we exited, it was make a couple turns in the air, and then you're just watching the sun just disappear over the horizon. It was like, all right, that's it. Wow. Hot air balloons were out. It was, Jim, hardly a cloud in the sky. It was just gorgeous. Little hazy up at altitude, but I think probably bar none one of my best jumps ever.
Nice. If you've never gone skydiving, I can't recommend it highly enough. I went twice. It was just an incredible experience. There's nothing like that feeling. I did the static line, and when you're out there and you're just out there, it's so quiet. It's just so, when you're just drifting down, it just feels so
under canopy when you're flying.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's loud as can be when you're
in that little tiny airplane. Yeah.
I was talking about when you jump out.
Oh, gotcha. I've never done that part. Yeah.
When you do a tandem jump, they tell you to hold on to your harness and, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. And it's really cool because we rolled over on our back and just watched the plane disappear from us or get farther away. And a lot of people, they'll roll out and they'll look straight down, and then everybody goes in the air a little bit. And so your first time, it's just kind of surreal. You're going like, this is not normal, but there's no stomach in your throat feeling. It's just, the best advice I can give you is take a big deep breath in, and then as soon as you exit, exhale, say something, scream it. Expletives are optional, and you're just in the moment, man. It's indescribable.
That's awesome. And Brian, thanks for joining in today. I really appreciate the support. Yeah. You've been so supportive over the entire time we've known each other. So I so appreciate it.
Jim, it's a fraction of what you've given me, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm so excited for you. So proud of all the things you've been able to accomplish and how you've been able to grow, not only as a performer, but in your business as well. I'm looking forward for all the next chapters in your life that are coming.
I appreciate it, brother. I really do. Thanks.
Be awesome.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
So, Brian Bay, I mean, just one of my dearest friends, and a wonderful colleague. We have a couple. Let me catch up on a couple of comments here. We've got, let's see, Mignon. Where'd Mignon go? She was just right there. Did I lose? Huh. It was right. Mignon. Mignon. I don't know how you say it exactly. Mignon, I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to be in Texas. We were trying to book some stuff together back in, several years ago before COVID, I believe. I'm finally going to be in Mingus, Texas, a couple hours out of Dallas. So, yeah, maybe I'll pick up some other gigs too. I have no idea. Texas is such a big state. It's probably not close to anyone. Joshua Wagner, fantastic guy. Go follow him. He is really killing it on TikTok. Fantastic guy. Let me just put this around here again so you can look at my beautiful face here on TikTok. I'm looking pretty good today. I got a little bit of sun, so that helps. Joseph Crown says, Brian, Dan, go ahead. We'll get back to Joseph in just a minute. So Dan Goyette says, great book with such great insights. Dan Goyette, I got to tell you, one of the great things about my life right now, because, I've been doing this for about 12 years now. And I've been, just as I've leveled up my life, the level of my friends and stuff have just gone through the roof. You just met Brian, Dan Goyette. I mean, he's killing it. He's got the Michigan Hypnosis Conference. He's got PodFest, Pod Expo coming up. Let me just tell you real quick what Dan wrote. He looks like he jumped on the line. He's going to join us. Tired of let's see, that was what Nora Noper wrote. I forgot to say what Nora Noper wrote. She wrote, tired of feeling like your life is stuck in a row. We'll get back to these later. We're going to talk to guests first. But when you look at this, you'll see, actually, if you go to the author section, if you go to jimkellnerhypnotist.com/author, you will see that we have, that I've listed a bunch of the reviews there. Let's get Dan. Dan, go ahead. I didn't know you wore glasses.
My reading glasses. I'm working on the magazine, so I'm kind of
fantastic.
I'm 54, man. Come on, give me a break. I got starting to lose it, dude.
I got my contacts in, so I understand.
But yeah, I got the Kindle. I bought the hard copy, and the one thing I wanted to hop on and say is I was reading the "Damn, I'm Pretty" part of your book. That insight: words are powerful. And we've spoken, and you've yelled at me about it before, but it reminded me, because as a 30-year public servant, I'm always in my head going, dude, you're no good. You're not going to do this. People are, just whatever, Dan. Get up. And it reminds me to keep going. That's what you've done since I've met you, is to remind me to keep going, keep jumping in. And the book just has that insight, and it's amazing. So if anybody needs that insight, Jim's book is the one to have. I am shameless when it comes to plugging stuff.
I appreciate it. Hey, never stop. Hold on for 1 second. Dan, can you entertain the troops for a minute? Tell them about the new name of the magazine.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. So we changed the name of the magazine, as many of you said. I said it the other day, to Hypno World Magazine, as the cafe just seemed too small. So that's kind of that on that change. And you'll see an ad for Jim's book in the fall issue. There'll be a QR code. You'll be able to go on there and hit the link and order the book once you scan it with your phone, and just makes it really simple to get that book and to support someone like Jim, just doing so much. I can't speak, Jim.
What's new?
Pacific Northwest Hypnosis Conference, the Performing Hypnosis Conference that's coming up. That's you and Anthony, you and Grant, just doing so much for the world of hypnosis. The other part, as you sent me that copy and I kind of looked it over and wrote the review for it, it's like, moms, you just nailed it. My mom and Genghis Khan.
Oh, thanks. As you read the books, folks, you'll see that I take kind of a lighthearted approach at personal development, which is tough because people don't often take you seriously if you're funny. And Dan and I have talked about this before too. I think Steve Harvey does a good job of it because he's been a comedian. He's got a lot of really insightful stuff, but he's still funny. That's what I'm trying to capture, but it is a little bit tougher for people to kind of wrap their head around. They think if you're going to help them, you got to be serious, and that's just not true.
Yeah, no, rarely am I serious. Um,
So this
just
this here's going to be a collector's edition right here. Now this is the Hypno Cafe magazine. This is the one that the name is changing. I want you to see this. This is an actual magazine, guys. This is not some chintzy little, e-zine. You know, we used to get in the '90s, the e-zine. Remember that?
yeah.
The you know.
So it was
So
like a pamphlet.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's an actual magazine, like a Vogue magazine, like a GQ magazine. It's a glossy cover and really great articles. He really gets some of the best in the business. Oh, myself included.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, so subscribe to the magazine. If you're in the industry, you really need to stay up on these things. And also, it's a great opportunity, Dan. I love this because you're just creating so many opportunities for us hypnotists. Because now we're, even if you don't have a book in you, you've got a magazine article in you. I know you do. Somebody out there, you've got a magazine article. You're now a published author. Okay, you can put this on your, your one sheet, all that kind of stuff on your website. You're a published author now. That helps with your social
yeah.
proof. And I'm super. Oh, go ahead.
I was just telling them there's an ad in the fall issue for Your Life Sucks, and this is how you can fix it. It's got the QR code. They can scan it, take them right there. They'll be able to order it. So
that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Dan was, when Anthony Gitch and I first started the Pacific Northwest Hypnosis Conference, Dan was the first person I reached out to because I knew he had just launched his Michigan Hypnosis Conference. And I was like, hey, here's a guy who's ahead of the game, on this with me, but he's still kind of new. And he was so kind. I just said, hey, Dan, I didn't know him at all. I said, Dan, you got any advice for me? He says, yeah, let's jump on a call. And so, really great guy. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually looking at it on the Kindle right now because it's been like a minute since I've looked at it, though. Even though I did delete the PDF that you sent me, so there's no rogue copies roaming around. Bootleg, if you will. Oh, Dan's selling bootleg copies.
Yeah, exactly. $1.50 for the PDF, everybody.
Exactly.
Dan.
I like your list here. Bathroom upon seeing the reflections of my shirtless body, I would utter, "You fat slut." I say that all the time. It's like, dude, you got to lose some weight, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, because when I was in my 20s, I was 168 pounds. I was a fighter. I was shredded.
Mm-hmm.
And now my love of chocolate donuts has ruined that. So
don't send those suggestions out to me. I'll be heading to the donut shop, cutting the live short. Dan, again, so appreciate everything that you do, and you and Heather with the conference. I can't wait to see you guys in just about a month. Wow, less than a month. That's awesome.
19 days.
Wow, it is upon us. Michigan Hypnosis Conference. What's the new name of the magazine? Sorry.
Hypno World News.
Hypno World News.
Yeah, I'm traveling everywhere. I've been on, I don't know how many planes I've been on this year.
Right.
So, yeah, we talked about it, and then we decided I was going to keep the name of the cafe, the cafe podcast, the same. I'm not changing that.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want there to be any crossover between the, things people like, well, where'd my podcast go?
Right.
No.
So yeah, so you got the pod. He's also got he's got the magazine, the podcast, and Pod Expo coming in 2026. You'll hear more about that from me and from Dan. I'm a huge supporter of his project with that. That's going to be really awesome too.
So yeah, if my hard copy arrives in time, I'll have you sign it.
I'm actually. I wish you. I thought I just sent you a thing asking for your address. I'm bringing you a copy. You didn't need to order one.
Well, you know what? That's I ordered it, man. Why not contribute to the to your cause? I'm perfectly happy to do that. So now I can have one and then sell one on eBay for thousands of dollars.
That's right. I'll sign both copies. So I'll make one kind of I won't put your name. I'll just make it kind of generic so it'd be applicable to anyone.
Yeah. So for sale, lot number 1, starting the bid at $5,000. Going once, going twice.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Dan's planning on knocking me off while I'm at the Michigan conference, so there's more value, so it's more valuable.
well, dead authors sell, man.
Exactly. I mean, there's no denying it.
Yeah. Well, we won't tell people that you're alive right away because sooner or later somebody's going to show up with a tuna noodle casserole,
Oh,
and you
Lordy.
got to have that. So yeah.
Dan, thanks again. Love you,
All
buddy.
right.
Can't wait to. Oh, and you know what? And also, Dan, when you finish your book, Dan's got a book. He's
Yeah, it's being proofread right now.
Oh, nice, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great book. I do wish you would develop more with the Sarah character, but it's great how it is. You could do a part 2 maybe. I'd love to know more about. Yeah.
What could be called? Hey, even worse British accent.
So definitely looking forward to that, Dan. It's a great book. Everybody, check it out when it comes out. And it's a great name too. Be your own hero, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great name.
Yeah, a conversation between us, which is just me telling you that everything you probably already know. So,
here's the thing though. As you know, in this field, we need to hear these things repeatedly before they click.
Yeah, over and over again.
Over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
Thanks,
like
Dan.
powerful.
Good to see you, buddy.
All right, buddy. Peace.
I see Joseph Crown is here. Joseph, if you'd like to pop on, love to have you join. So we got Joseph is a prolific writer. I mean, wow, even he may be the most prolific author that I know besides Richard Nongard. So look at, and he produces these gigantic books. They're just packed full of information. This is 351 pages, and they're all filled up. It's not giant text or anything. There's actual stuff in here. I read this one. This is great. It's the Constellation Experience Frameworks, but he's got several books. So check them out, and hopefully he'll jump on. And then his another book. These are two of his most recent that I know of, and then Trance Voyages Beyond the Horizon with the Hypnotic Nomad. So a very prolific author. He creates great work, and he's always very supportive. And I'm proud to announce that I actually won an award. Let me talk about this award for a second, everybody. I want you to just take a look at this. This was awarded to me by Joseph Crown, and it says, Crown Hypnotic Pizza Pulitzer Book Award presented to Jim Kellner. Your life sucks. Here's how to fix it. The kind of making fun of the whole pizza thing because for those of you that know me, I have taste, and so I do not like pineapple on pizza. And if you do like pineapple on pizza, well, I love you, and you're wrong. So there it is, the Crown Hypnotic Pizza Pulitzer Book Award. There wasn't enough room to put pineapple on there, so thank goodness he didn't put pineapple on there. The Crown Hypnotic Pizza Pulitzer Book Award presented to Jim Kellner. Your life sucks. Here's how to fix it. I got to tell you again. The thing I love most about my life right now is all of the incredible people that are in my life. I mean, I've just so many amazing people that have just contributed and made a difference in my life, helped me out, supported me. And I'm also, I try to be as supportive as I can. And, I hope I don't drop the ball too often on that, but I can't even tell you how much I appreciate all the support. So Joseph says, Jim, sounding like the writer's mafia there. I love that. Let's see. Dan Goyette said that he has been twice, skydiving twice. Nora, go buy the book. You will love it. And Ben wants to know when I'm coming back to Arizona. Ben, great news. I'll be back at, let me see. What am I doing I got a private gig next month, but I'm also doing, is that next month? Hold on. Yeah. October. Is there? Yeah, man, I'm so confused. I got so many things going on right now. The private gig, I have a private gig going on, but I've also got Salish Jawan and I are doing a stage hypnosis training in Arizona, and that's in October. If you're not watching this live, I apologize. I'm going to post this on my Amazon page, but just want to let you know it's in October 2024. So, if you miss it, sorry about that. Let's see. Invite guest. I'm going to invite. So I'm going to invite Sean. Sean Kostiak is in the house. He just went away. So, but I did invite him on TikTok, so he might join over there. So, yeah, Ben, I will be there. Also, I'm going to be back in November for another private gig, and then I think Victoria Gallagher and I are doing a seminar there, success seminar. Let's see. What's Joseph? Joseph says you got to show. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yep, I hadn't gotten to your message yet, Joseph. So, and again, Joseph, if you want to jump on, please do. The hashtag step into my office. I'm not sure. I think that must be. Oh, that's probably Brian's live stream. Brian, if I forget, remind me to send you the login details for Wave. Then you could go live on a few different platforms if you want to. Joseph says, respect your work, Dan. Oh, thank you. Victoria, love the book. I got a sneak peek. Before I talk to Sean Kostiak, let me just show you. So Victoria Gallagher, she was one of only a couple of people that I reached out for for blurbs, and she got that blurb back to me so quickly. She's just phenomenal. The stuff that she does, she's doing so much. She's been an inspiration to me, to a lot of you. She's an absolute pro. She's been doing this for like 20 years. This is one of her books, The Practical Law of Attraction, and I got to tell you this, you'll see I've got a lot of pages marked here. This isn't like one of those typical law of attraction books where you sit in a corner with a candle and go, and just, I want a new car, I want a new house, this kind of a thing. It's like, yeah, you do that, but then there's also a lot of practical things. Some of them are writing exercises, and some of them are just get off your butt and go do something, so it's a fantastic book, beautiful cover. Look at that cover, man, that is gorgeous. She's also a very prolific writer. She's got, I think 5 or 6 books out. And she also has the Believe app, which is incredible. Now, for those of you that know Victoria, she has just, I'm going to say hundreds. I'm pretty sure it's hundreds, at least hundreds. I know it's hundreds of MP3 downloads for hypnosis, meditation, affirmations. And she now has the Believe app. So you can go get all of that. If you type in Believe app at, at either the Google Store, the Play Store, or the iTunes Store, I know you'll see that. So, and I will read. So Victoria gave me a great thing here. I'm going to go ahead and read what she wrote about the book. It's a short. It says, and Victoria and I have worked together. Also, I had the privilege of working with her on her podcast. That was a blast. And we're going to be doing a seminar together. I'm really looking forward to that. So she wrote, true to form in Your Life Sucks, Here's How to Fix It. My friend and colleague, Jim Kellner, lays out the truth in a direct, no-nonsense, and humorous way. It's a game changer, delivering tough love mixed with the practical strategies you need to break through the self-sabotaging attitudes and behaviors that have been keeping you stuck. If you're serious about stopping the old cycles and ready to start owning your power, shift your reality, and claim your badass life you're meant to live, read this book. And again, that's Practical Law of Attraction author and founder of the Believe Hypnosis app. She's got so many books. She's got so many books. Go check them out. You know what? Before we move on, let's get one last. We're going to do a couple of prizes. Now, this is only for the live audience, so and it's only for people over on YouTube or whatever shows up over here. YouTube and Facebook, I believe, are the only places that I can get comments from. So if you're on LinkedIn or somewhere else, or if you're watching later, sorry. I will drop a link down. I'm setting up some stuff where you can get some free gifts and stuff like that. But it didn't get quite. It had some trouble with it, and that's going to be the link for that is. Let me think about it. But right now, put in hashtag YLSbook, and I'm not even sure that's a great hashtag for it. What do you guys think? If you can think of a better hashtag, let me know. But for right now, just put that in. It's hashtag YLSbook. And I'm going to read the 3 more comments, and then we're going to do the first drawing, and then we'll do another drawing. Again, if you're watching on Amazon later or something like that, it's not available to you. Sorry about that. Nora, stuff from this book is already helping people I serve. I am recommending this book to everyone. Thank you so much, Nora. I really appreciate your support and help. Her and her husband are just two fantastic people. Love them both. Ben, love Ben. He's a magician, comedy hypnotist down in Arizona. Go check out his shows. I agree you can be funny, but you can be serious when the time is right. That's so true. And I remember somebody commented on one of my Facebook posts one time because, I've kind of gone back and forth with the branding, being more funny, maybe even a little bit inappropriate at times, which is not good for a motivational speaker, to be honest, I don't think. But so I've kind of cleaned that up a little bit. People have noticed that. They said, you've changed over time. Yeah, because it doesn't get me work. So it gets me laughs on Facebook, but, Facebook doesn't pay me very much. So it's better to do other stuff. But, I have what was I going to say? So I had I written something about, hey, help you quit smoking, lose weight, whatever. And somebody wrote underneath it, they said, it still stands out to me. Said, how can you be so funny and still help people? And I'm like, because I'm multifaceted, right? In fact, when I had an office in the clinic at Positive Changes, I was always getting, my colleagues were saying, why are you guys always laughing in your hypnosis room? Me and the client, because, humor helps. Life is hard enough, man. When you want to change your life, let's have a little bit of fun with it. Let's take a lighthearted approach. So, yeah, thanks, Ben. Appreciate that. So far, I Kyle, there was a Kyle, I can't remember his name now. He was doing a pretty good job of it for a while, but it seems like he's turned more towards series, kind of leaned into that. But Steve Harvey, again, I think he's doing a great job of being motivational and still being funny. Victoria, you definitely have a magazine article in you. She didn't even know about it. That's what's great about us all collaborating, working together. There's a lot of people in industries, whether it's hypnosis or something else, that kind of, they're hermits. But, when we all work together, we all chat with each other, we find out about things like this. Victoria didn't even know that there was a magazine that she could submit an article for. And really, it's a great magazine article. And I know Victoria is going to put out a great article in there. So win, 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 win. All right, I'm going to bring Sean Kostiak on, and he is going to help with the drawing. Sean Kostiak, hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Having fun with the live here, man. If I would have done a better job scheduling, I can't believe all these people. I thought nobody was going to show up because it's a holiday, but people have made some time. Really appreciate that.
Well, you're kind of a likable guy.
Do tell.
Yeah, I don't want that to get out though. Nobody, listen, you didn't hear that from me at all. Anybody.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people that would argue with that, but for the most part, I try to be affable. I've learned that you definitely do get more flies with honey. Yeah. Okay.
This is true. Yeah.
Then,
Canada, we say maple syrup. So,
maple syrup trumps.
That was one for Brian. So
it was one for Brian. Maple syrup trumps honey every time, in my opinion.
Of course it does. It's Canadian.
And you know what? Vegetarian too. Cause I found out that like vegans shouldn't eat honey because it's produced by an animal, but maple syrup comes out of a tree. So there you go.
Well, my theory is the animals eat the vegetables. So it doesn't matter what
yeah,
it's all coming from vegetables anyway.
It's all vegetables. That's right.
That's what they told me in Texas. Scott can confirm that.
Yes, we are. We're just cutting out we're just, we're going, I don't know how, never mind. I'm losing it. There's so many things going on in my mind right now. Let's get a drawing done, Sean, shall we? Let's do a raffle.
Good.
Again, hashtag YLS book. If anybody has a better idea for a hashtag, let me know. Sean, what do you think? Any ideas?
YLS book works for right now. If we get anything else longer, it's going to be more difficult to type.
Indeed. Ben Garcia. Ben, you are getting an autographed copy of Your Life Sucks, even though Ben's life does not suck. And that's the thing too. I want everybody to know also your life doesn't have to suck to get something out of this book. But here's the other thing. If your life is perfect, this isn't the book for you. I didn't write it for you. I wrote it for some specific people, for the people that and it was funny that the title, Sean, came to me one time. I was just, the original title was, it was going to be hashtag, be better. That's kind of what, I like to help people, to just be better. You don't have to be, the world's greatest, whatever, but just be better every day. There's a saying, and I don't know if have you heard this term, Kaizen?
Yep.
It's in Japanese. It means one of one of the meanings is to just kind of constantly be getting better. We're just constantly getting better.
We went through a long period of training on what was known as Hoshin Kanri, which is really a project management methodology, and we had Kaizen events, which was okay. Let's lay out every little step of this process, and now let's start ripping stuff out that doesn't need to be there and make this process that much faster, better, sleeker, more efficient. So intimately familiar with that one for sure.
Ooh, using sexy words there, Sean. Intimately. But I'm channeling Brian Bay right there. I think that's what I did. I channeled Brian Bay right there. Let's
what
see.
Is this changes? What change? We gotta show Joseph's comment here. Change is like adding pineapple to pizza. Not everyone likes it. No one's supposed to like it.
Exactly.
I'm a Canadian and I don't like it.
That's
we
right.
invented it.
Exactly. I've forgiven Sean for that, by the way, because he is.
I know.
It wasn't his fault. It wasn't
Maybe
his fault.
He needs one of your T-shirts there, Jim.
maybe that's a new T-shirt. You're forgiven. For pineapple pizza
with a picture of Saint Jim.
Yeah, exactly. Omni Dominus.
No. I know what you mean though about titles just kind of coming to you. I was we were out at the lake one time and there was an older style playground, like the playgrounds that you and I would have grown up with, with actual real merry-go-rounds and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, geez, I'd make a good book. So I've got the manuscript tucked away here. I'm going to pull it out and update it a little bit. But have you noticed that the way playgrounds have changed?
Oh,
it's to take away the danger, the risk.
Yeah.
And yet life is all about risk.
And when is a better time to learn that than when you're a kid, right? Learn it early on when you break your arm.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't make that merry-go-round go that fast.
Right.
Don't jump off of the teeter-totter when you're at the bottom, because somebody will do that to you and it hurts.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things.
I remember that terror of being on the merry-go-round when one of the big kids came over and started pushing it, and you're just hurling through space, it feels like.
Well, and yeah, well, that's exactly it, because centrifugal force.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. So yeah, it was funny. I was so it was, the title was hashtag be be better, and then it was I was so some people around me that are pretty close. I was reading some Facebook posts, and then I was driving and I was thinking about this, and I was just like, your life sucks. Here's what you got to do, to fix it. I've been there. I understand. And this is what you got to do. And then as I continued writing, it was kind of writing for them, but also for like me, like 30 years ago. Well, anytime before now, really. And just some of the things that, like that Dan was talking about, pointing out the part about, our self-talk. It was only like a few years ago I noticed, oh, wow, I don't really do that so much anymore, the negative self-talk, every once in a while. But it was, I liken it to being in a relationship with a abusive partner, really. But that partner was with me all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Scott's poking fun at us.
What's that?
Scott's poking fun at us. He says maybe the appreciation for pineapple and pizza is contained in people's hair.
Oh, and Scott does have a big full head of hair. That jerk. Show
Dan
off.
says monkey bars were over 12 feet, over a 12 by 12 foot 6-inch slab of cement. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
And for those of us that really didn't have the arm strength to keep ourselves up,
that's right.
It was a long way down.
Indeed.
especially for me, because I wasn't quite as tall as I am now.
Well, you're NBA height now, so it's not a big deal for
Well,
you.
exactly.
Sean, thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. I'm going to let you get back to maple syrup.
Sounds good. Have a good day, everybody.
Take care, buddy. Can't wait to see your book when you get it done.
Me too.
So Scott says the title is a bit of a tough love title. Why'd you choose that as a title, Jim? And yeah, it was actually it's kind of funny because I'm looking more at doing still doing comedy hypnosis shows, but I want to do more corporate speaking, and nonprofit speaking, motivational speaking. And I realized, this is probably not the best thing to have for back of room sales at a corporate talk with a bunch of successful, salespeople or whatever corporate folks. But it's not really written for them. It's not. I mean, if you're doing great in life, it's really, it kind of is still the same, be better. So, most of us have areas where we could improve. So I'm not saying you wouldn't get anything out of it, but it's certainly not the kind of book that people go, if they're feeling pretty successful, they're probably not going to pick it up. They may want to pick up my first book. So my first book was Navigating Success. And I wrote that with Andrew Alexander. Wrote that way back. I'm talking 7-8 years ago. I actually, as I look back now, I can't believe how long it's been. It's crazy. But we didn't have it edited. We released it. We were gonna have it edited later, and boy, it was just so bad. We had typos on the first page. There was the cover was, we made it in Canva, did not look professional, so we pulled it. Oddly, we did get a few nice reviews before we did. People said that it made a difference in their life. But so the plan was to re-release it. And then I was just looking back through my email, and I looked up because I did hire an editor finally, and it was edited then 6 years ago or more, and so it's still been kind of dangling there. And so I'm gonna get a new cover made for it and do all the stuff, and we're gonna re-release that sometime after the first of the year, I think March. And so that'll probably sell better at corporate events, but I also do have my thumb drives with all the success stuff. But it's really, I can remember probably you said this too, life sucks. Life sucks. If you're saying that to yourself right now, you need this book right here. And I don't cover everything that could be getting in your way, but I cover the 9 things that I find most often when I'm working with clients, when I'm, seeing Facebook posts from friends, family, stuff like that. And then again, the stuff that I've actually had challenges with, like that self-talk. I mean, it was daily. It was all day long, just beating myself up. And I finally realized I don't do that very much anymore. And if you want to get over that, if you find yourself doing that, number one, just start noticing it and start correcting yourself. I would drop my keys and go, you dumb, whatever. And that's just not helpful. Would you do that to a kid? Hopefully not. So you got to stop yourself and go, no, that's not stupid. That's not dumb. That's just people drop their keys. No big deal. All right, let's see. Joseph does not see the link. Joseph, it should be in the comments there, but I'm going to go ahead and send you one. Let me see. It says wave.video live. Let me go find Joseph Crown. Where is the, let's see here. Joseph Crown. Joseph, such a great guy. He's very supportive of other practitioners as well. I just really surrounded myself, with people that are just so, we all want to lift each other up, because what they say is that rising tide lifts all boats. And so these are the kind of people he's actually started. He started a blog. Let me see if I can find that. He's going to start doing reviews for books and stuff. And let's see. I love the title of it, the web domain, Tao of the Crown. Tao of the Crown. I'm going to pop that in there. He's got a blog. So he's going to feature other books and stuff. And let's see here. Nora says, I have to run. So proud of you, my friend. I look forward to getting my Kindle and finished hard copies when available. Fantastic. Joseph says, I'm a great collaborator. And he also says, for the man famous for the pizza comments. That's right. Yang Tui is watching. That's my daughter. Hello, Yang. Thanks for watching. She actually she texted me at about 4 o'clock this morning to say she bought the Kindle. Supportive family, love that. Family and friends aren't always the most supportive. You know, the people that have been in your life the longest sometimes aren't. It's so it's always nice when that's the case. Good. Ben Garcia, any advice on county fairs? I just booked one. Ooh, well, I don't know which one you got, buddy, but the one I did was awful. I'll tell you what Salish told me. When I called him from the fair that I did, he said, that's just a fair. Don't worry about it. It's if you're at a big fair, maybe they actually give you a good time, but like the fair that I was doing, this is a problem is they don't really think about it, and this is for a lot of event planners, is they don't. What my friend Louis says is they're just checking boxes. They're like, okay, we've got a magician, check. We've got a hypnotist, check. If people go see them, great. If they don't, who cares? This fair in particular was very focused on live music, and I get it. Maybe that's what older people like. They like to go see live music and dance at night. So I had no evening shows, and in fact, I would go on several of the days that I did it. My first show was at the opening. So, you know, like the fair would open at 11 and I'm on at 11. I mean, how that doesn't work. So, it was challenging, and I was doing, trying to round up people for a show. You know, there were, maybe I'd have 3 people in the audience. And it was in Arizona in July or August, and they have a stage, and it was a covered stage, but the audience area was on this grass with hay bales to sit on. But it's Arizona in July or August, whichever it was in summertime. So who could sit there? I had people in the beer garden watching who were 40, 50 feet away. They were in the beer garden, outside beer garden, standing on the patio, watching the show, which is no good because you want audience members that are up close, right? Because that's the whole energetic thing. And so it was awful, buddy. Good pay though. Good pay. So good for you. Take it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Victoria noticed all my stickies. That's, this is what I've started doing. And I really recommend you do this too. So many times we read a book like this or like this, and we just read it and we get those good feelings. We're like, oh, that's a good point. Oh, I should stop beating myself up. I should start, I should stop blaming the world and stuff like that. And then what happens? We forget about it, right? We forget about it. And so what I've started doing is, because I've read lots of self-help books, personal growth books. I mean, from early on, I think the first one I read was one that I found in my mom's library. I'm okay, you're okay. And I was like 12. I knew I needed something, but I just never really did the exercises. I never did the stuff that was really necessary to move forward. I mean, it does help. Don't get me wrong. That does help when you become aware of these concepts, but you really got to dive in there. You got to practice. That's why in here, you're going to find action steps. So, So for in chapter 8, for instance, I talk about reducing friction. So, and some of the action choices are, hold on, where did it go? I may have to come back to that one. I can't see them now. Sorry. No, here. So taking the bullet, making the hard choices. This is something that, now that I came up with it, it's interesting because that's a short chapter. Huh. Oh, there's not much to it. The one thing I noticed is when I started making the hard choice, when I'm given a choice, like, should I sit on the couch or go for a walk? The hard choice is going for a walk. Yeah, I probably need to go for a walk. Now, after I and I thought I invented that. I was like, oh my God, I'm a genius. I am like brilliant. And then, you read like even the Stoics talk about it. So we're talking at least 2,000 years ago. The Chinese talk about it 4,000 years ago. Everybody talks about it. But taking those hard choices. So your action step. Ask yourself when in a challenging situation, what is the more difficult choice? And act accordingly. Act accordingly. Let's see. I don't know what's doing here. James Ledoux just got a copy of the book. Thank you, James. Appreciate that, my friend. Scott, thanks for sending that over to me. So yeah, Victoria says she came at the right time, and there it is. The Believe. She put the link for the Believe Hypnosis app. Literally hundreds of things, and I'm always seeing in her in the Facebook group. You can even join the Facebook group, the Believe Hypnosis app, and you'll see people are constantly leaving great reviews in there, talking about how great it is. Joseph Crown had to run. Unfortunately, he didn't see the link in time, so he had to run. Hopefully, we'll catch him another time. Joseph says the blank page is a lot like a pizza, endless possibilities, but it's all about the toppings. Oh my goodness! So yeah, we're going to do another drawing here in just a little bit. A lot of people putting in the hashtag YLS book again. If you're watching live, you're eligible. If you're watching later, you're not. And if you're on TikTok, you're not eligible either because I can't run the software over there because I'm not live. I'm not doing the proper live stream thing over there, but because they didn't give me the code in time. Damn it. So put in the hashtag YLS book. Hashtag YLS book. However, you can, if you would like. Oh no, why is it? Oh, it thinks I don't want to. Oh, unable to verify. Oh, hold on 1 second. It's doing that Netflix thing where it thinks I'm not participating anymore. So if you'd like to get the first 3 chapters, I'm happy to send you the first 3 chapters so you can check it out, see if it's right for you. You can get that by just dropping a comment here, Entourage. Just Entourage, ENTOURAGE, Entourage. So drop that in there. I will send you a copy. Depending on where you're at, if you're watching it live, I will send you a copy. If you watch it later, probably won't see it. More stuff about pineapple pizza. Does Kaizen bring you joy? Smile. Becky Everett, all the way from the greatest of Britons. Good to see you, Becky. She's a longtime watcher, listener of the Hypnosis Hero podcast. And if you want to see some fun stuff, watch Brian Bay work with her because, boy, she's just become programmed. He can just have her look at a pen and she'll start laughing, or he'll snap and she'll, go into trance. So good stuff. Yep, there's that comment from Scott. So I'm trying to catch up on all the comments, everybody. Maybe the appreciation for pineapple on pizza is contained in people's hair. That was that comment from earlier. If you're unaware of my of the pineapple pizza thing, is I and the other hypnosis heroes, Brian Bay and Sean Kostiak, we're vehemently against the proliferation of pineapple pizza. So that's where that comes from. And here's the other thing too, and this needs to be said. This needs to be said. People oftentimes think that if you don't like pineapple pizza, number one, you've never tried it. People are always saying, well, just try it. I've tried it. Okay, I've tried it. It's awful. It's not like I've tried it. I'm sure the other heroes have tried it too. The other thing is they think you don't like pineapple. Pineapple's delicious. Who wouldn't like pineapple? But I don't want my pineapple on my pizza. And I remember my stepdad used to say things like, oh, it's all going to the same place anyway. Well, yeah, but why don't we just all throw it all in a blender then and just eat it that way? Okay, no. Certain foods belong together. Certain foods don't belong together. I say separate but equal. That's all I'm going to say. Separate but equal. Love them both. So, yeah, we're catching up on all these comments here. Oh, the monkey bar blisters. Scott King says, remember the monkey bar blisters? I had forgotten about those, but yes, you are right. Joe. I don't know how to pronounce your name. It could be Joia or it could be a Spanish pronunciation, Hoya. Jim Kellner, I've watched all your videos. Big fan of you. Oh, thank you so much. Man, I got to tell you, I really do appreciate that. And this is something, too, I've literally never seen, and you may have, Joia, you may have commented and said, before that you loved them or something or whatever. I've never actually seen a comment from this person. So when you're a content creator, understand that there's a lot of people out there whose lives you're touching, that you're helping, that love your work. They just don't tell you about it. And so keep going. You're still making a difference. You're still making a difference. Scott McFall, fantastic hypnotist. Man, he does everything. This guy, I mean, he's done stage hypnosis. He's a hypnotherapist, NLP trainer. He's big into boating. He has this cool thing, which I just learned about recently, where he'll take you out on his boat and teach you NLP. That sounds freaking cool, man. And I think they go for a few days or something. It sounds awesome. He's also one of our speakers at the Performing Hypnosis Summit in 2025, and he's teaching a workshop for beginning hypnotists, and the price is unbelievable. Go to performinghypnosissummit.com to get more information about that. You won't believe the price. It's 4 days. It's 4 days total. Unbelievable price to learn from a master at that. And yes, I'm happy to give you a shout out. From Joia. I hope I'm saying your name right. It's Joea. Joea. Hope I'm saying your name right. Happy to give you a shout out. Thanks for the support. Also goes on to say that he loves hypnosis. Big fan. No, Ben, thank you. Always an inspiration. Appreciate that. Oh, no, this is nice too. I mean, this is fantastic. So much love. I really appreciate that. He's an inspiration to me, and I watched all his videos and can't wait to get the book and love hypnosis. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yavapai County Fair. Fantastic. I bet you'll get paid very well. That's the good news. The bad news is, I mean, it just depends. It just depends. Now, once you go to the next level and you get to like Tizen level, then you schedule the bigger fairs, and then you're going to get some good spots, or even the Phoenix Fair. I don't remember the county now, but the Phoenix Fair. He does the Phoenix Fair every year too. Once you're at these bigger fairs, it seems like they care more. I don't know. They actually want some value for their money, and so they give you better spots. But it can be hard work too. You're doing 2-3 shows a day. Richard Barker just told me, I think he was supposed to do 2, but then they added another one. So, and fairs, I mean, they got to happen during the summertime, or at least in spring or early fall. So the weather has to be nice, right? Because it's an outdoor event. So can you imagine? I mean, going out, having to spend your whole day out in the heat, and I've seen Tizen when it's just blistering hot out, and so yeah, but you got to start somewhere, Ben. That's the thing. You start somewhere. I'm really proud of you, man. That's fantastic. I love that. Ben's been working really hard. You can also catch him and a bunch of other folks out in Phoenix on the first Friday of every night down at the Roosevelt Art Walk. They do street hypnosis. Really great work. Colin Chapman says they're an acquired taste. Yeah. I was happy to do one and was like, you know what, if they, I'm not going to try to get fairs. If they want me, they can come and get me, but I'm not going to try, because I would rather do many other things. Josie, where are you watching from, Joia? Is it? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I hope I'm not pronouncing it too terribly. Joseph, right? Let's see. Hypno Cafe. That's Dan's. That's the name of his podcast. Go check it out. Go check out that page if you're a hypnotist or you like hypnosis. So Joia, go check that out. Go like that page. Colin says, in response to Dan Goyette's comment about the monkey bars, and we all loved it. We all survived it. I loved it. I loved all that stuff. I didn't even think about how dangerous it was and how scary and all that things. Thank you. Hope to get to meet you, Joia, also, and hypnotize you. So, Oh, fantastic! So Ben says that he got booked late in the season, so he has 1 day, an hour and a half at 7:30 and 9. That's fantastic, Ben. I would check with him, but you probably do not need a sound system for that. Most likely, you do not need one, but definitely check with them. Okay, good job. Is there kissing? Huh? Don Barnett, who's hospitalized right now, probably heavily medicated, but another bald brother, but likes pineapple pizza. So I'm mixed feelings about this Don Barnhart guy. I'm just wondering where the kissing came in, Don. What's that about? Don Barnhart says, "Is there kissing?" And I don't know, is that at a fair, or is that in the book? Are you talking about? I'm not sure where you're at. Don's going through some health issues, man. He has been through the ringer. He's a fantastic comedian and comedy hypnotist. He has a room in Vegas, Delirious Comedy Comedy Club. Yeah, Delirious Comedy Club. Michael DeShell, another good friend of mine, does a magic show there as well. And Don is actually trying to set something up out in Hawaii. Laura Teague Newland, hello, good to see you. Nice to see you. Former student of mine. I used to teach hypnosis. I still teach hypnosis. I used to teach massage therapy. Yes, I used to be a massage therapist for about 20 years, actually. 20 years. Okay, let me see. Colin Chapman says, pineapple pizza is a hard choice. Do what you need to do now. It's not a hard choice at all. Remember, we're going to do another drawing here in just a few minutes. Lots of nice comments. Lori says, Entourage, fantastic. We'll get you a book. That's right. If you comment, if you're watching live, now this is happening on September 1st, 2024. If you comment live, if you comment Entourage, I will send you the first 3 chapters of the book. You can preview it. Hopefully you'll want to buy it. But if you don't, well, there you go. You just got the 3 chapters. That'll probably help you anyway. You'll get you'll get the chapter on positive self-talk. So that can change your life right there. Change mine in a lot of ways. Colin says Entourage as well. Now, if you want to win something later, then you can go to. Let me put that in there. We're having problems getting that set up. We're setting up the book page on my website, but for right now, just kind of bookmark this YLS book, and there'll be some giveaways there. Or you can just go to my regular website and go look under books. We're getting that all set up. Thank you. Joia agrees that pineapple pizza does not belong on pizza. Oh, you know what? I'm totally mistaken. Lori Teague Newland is not one of my former massage therapists. Very similar name to a student I had, but it's not. So, Lori, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Let's see. She's watching from Maryland. Let's see who else. What else? He'll definitely get the book, or she. I don't know if it's a he or she. And when you can. Good. Okay. So inspiring. Okay. Colin Chapman says, let's see what Colin's got to say now. Colin Chapman, the most canceled hypnotist in the history of the world. One of my hard choices was to go to Misty and Sandman boot camp. All those really brutal shows in super tough circumstances, scorching heat, did a ton to take my comedy hypnosis career to a whole new level. I got to tell you, if you're one of those folks, because there's some folks in this business, that's their bread and butter, man. Doing the fair stuff. My buddy Tyson, fantastic hypnotist, one of the best shows I've seen. Including mine, really. I'm not kidding. He really is fantastic. It can be brutal, man. Really, really just brutal. We had, I taught my street hypnosis course the past 2 weekends, and we were out yesterday. And I tell you, after 6 hours of being out in the sun and working like that, we were all just exhausted, So a lot of respect for those folks. A lot of respect. So Colin Chapman is just south of the Maryland, down there in whatever. Yes, Maricopa County Fair. That's what the one that Tyson does or was anyway. Oh, okay. So Joia, actually, it's their name is Mia. This is her brother's account. Massive fan, and she says that I've inspired so much. Thanks for inspiring me to let me know when your love again will tune into future videos. Great. Catch us too. Catch me and the other heroes here on the, oh God, second and fourth. Sean's nodding his head. Second and fourth Monday of every month for Hypnosis Hero. And where we talk with some of the world's greatest hypnotists, literally some of the world's greatest hypnotists. We've had Salish Jawan on. We've had Wendy Friesen on. We had Nick Natali on last week. I couldn't attend. Really, when I say the world's greatest hypnotist, and this is what I'm talking about. This is my life right now. I get Facebook messages, texts, even calls from Tom Silver. Tom Silver has been a legend in this business for, I don't know, 40 years, something like that. I've had phone conversations with Terry Stokes. I get, this is my life. I sometimes just pinch myself and go, I cannot believe this is my life right now, that I have, it blows my mind. It really does. I'm just Jim Kellner, world famous author, fitness model, etc. But yeah. Ben, I will definitely get you a link. We haven't got it all completely set up yet. So we'll do that. So Mia is actually watching from England, another Brit. Love that. Ben's got parental duties. Fantastic. We got another entourage. Good. Oh, okay. A kissing from something from the Princess Bride. Okay. I don't know what that means, but so here's the thing. I never watched The Princess Bride. Confession. Now, I know a lot of you people out there love that movie. I hate that movie. I hate it. I've only seen parts of it. You know why I hate it? Because it came out when my little sister, who is 15 years younger than me, was just a kid. And like all kids, she played that thing all the time, 2 or 3 times a day. It was always playing, and it drove me insane. So any references to The Princess Bride are lost on me. Also, the other show that was around at that time was that Tomorrow. I don't remember the name of that thing because I've tried to push it out of my mind. She was always going around singing it, and it was always on. So it was either Princess Bride or that movie. Tomorrow. Oh, anyway, all right. Calm. I need some hypnosis after this. Amanda Melissa Dodd, if you'd like to jump on, there's a link I'm dropping in the comments. If you'd like to jump on for a second, you certainly can. Love to see you. Let's see. How do I don't know. Maybe Sean will drop the comment, or Brian. How to connect. I don't know. I'm having trouble here. Got to tell you, Sean Kostiak and Brian Bay, I mean, these guys, have been so incredibly supportive, so helpful, not just in the Hypnosis Hero podcast, but in so many ways. They're just absolutely incredible. And give them a follow. In fact, I see Brian and Sean are in the green room right now. Please feel free to drop down your Facebook links, your YouTube links. Love to get you guys some love out there. Oh, Amanda says, can't stay, but want to drop in and say hi. Happy launch day. And Scott King says he's won enough. Yes. I know he's won like 3 times or something, 2 or 3 times. So Mia says she wants this book. And so Lori says she was laughing, thinking I wasn't your student. I was like so confused. Yeah. Good. Okay. For some reason, Lori just mentioned Jo Beth Bowers. Maybe he knows Jo Beth. Love Jo Beth. We all love Jo Beth. What a fantastic guy. Have we had him on the podcast? I don't think we've had him on I can't remember. I have a tough time remembering. We'll have to check the list that Sean put together. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we'll get Zach on sometime. Annie, that's what it was. That was that movie. Oh, you see, I blocked it out of my mind. Annie. Oh, Lordy. Yep, everybody's saying Annie. Scott King says, hates The Princess Bride. No wonder you don't like pineapple on pizza. No taste. You know what? You're probably right. And yes, I have officially saying in public, you're welcome. A lot of people letting me know what the name of that was. Amanda says, Captain is a legend. He really is. I mean, this guy, when Brian and I were doing the show and we'd have technical issues, and we're like, we don't know what to do. And then Sean was like, hey, you want me to come on and help? And we're like, yeah. And he helped out. And then when we did, when Grant Saunders and I did the Performing Hypnosis Summit, we were like, we knew we needed somebody with some tech knowledge. And, we're not complete Luddites, but we don't know as much as some people. And I reached out to Sean and he was like, heck yeah, man, I want to help the captain. And so, he's done some, just helps out so much. Colin Chapman just got the book. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate your support, your love, your help, your happiness. And you've earned Kindle points according to the thing here. So here's a big favor, everybody. If you can, like when you get that Kindle book, flip through it. You know you're going to love it, right? You know you're going to love it. I'm not going to say you shouldn't read it. You should read it. Speed read it. Get to the end and then leave a review because that helps so much. It's the weirdest thing in the world is so much of this, what gets popular. This from TikTok videos or Facebook posts and stuff. It's not about necessarily the quality, but it's about the action. And so somebody can have and this is not, of course, true for this book because this book's amazing, but somebody can have complete garbage. But if they get enough people buying a book and then, leaving reviews, then Amazon's going to show it to more people. So more people buy it. And then that more people. So it's just this cascade. So I could really use the help. Now this is funny. So the captain the secret's out. Apparently the captain is amazing, but when he needs help with tech, he goes to Scott. Oh yes. You know what? Hey, if you could everybody, if you're kind and loving and pretty, as I know you are, take a moment to like, comment, and share wherever you're watching this. So if you're on YouTube, share the video, please. That helps so much. That lets the algorithm know that this is something people like. So if you could share it to your Facebook page, share it to your I don't know, whatever else you got going on. If you're over on TikTok, share it there. Say hi. I wish I could spend more time with you folks over here on TikTok. I'll be doing some lives over there too. Don't worry. Every captain needs a good engineer. Look at that. I sold the book when I called him the most canceled hypnotist ever. Comedy hypnotist ever. That's right. The most canceled comedy hypnotist ever. He's been thrown out of more establishments than any other in the entire history of the art, going all the way back through vaudeville. Maybe even, well, I got to say Mesmer might have been more, Franzon to Anton might have been more canceled because he got thrown out of countries, but he wasn't technically a comedy hypnotist. He was, so we will give that to you, Colin. Guys, I'm going to do a couple of, I want to read a couple more of these reviews here for you. And we're going to do another we should do another drawing. Yeah. YLS book. You're going to get a signed copy of this right here. Your life sucks or your life sucks. Let's see. Doing the raffle. Get ready, everybody. Get it in there. Get your information in there. Now, even though you're going to get this physical copy, you could still buy the Kindle version and leave a nice review right away. Just a thought. At this special introductory price. Here we go. Drawing winner. Ben Garcia again. Sorry. Going again. Hold on. Try it again. Ben only gets one book. Sorry, everybody. Let's go. Next up is... Well, Grant's already got a book. So, next up, let's see what we got here. Hashtag YLS book. Hashtag YLS book. That's only if you're watching live right now on 9/1/2024. Look at that, Lori Teague Newland, who is not my former massage therapy student. You get a signed copy of the book. What I need you to do is, please, Lori, if you're still watching, hopefully you are, send me an email with your address, unless we're connected on Facebook, in which case you can just send me a Facebook message. But jim@jimkellner.com, and just let me know that you are Lori, and give me your address, and I will get that out to you. One of my shipments has been delayed, so my author copy, so it might be a couple of weeks. Okay, what else we got here? Yeah, I got Ben Patois. Oh, you know what? What a great guy, Ben. You know, and another bald brother. Another bald. You know, if you're good looking enough, you don't need hair. That's the thing. So if you're pretty, you don't need hair. Ben, man, he does some fantastic work. I can't remember the name of his group. I'm in one of his Facebook groups, which is really cool. Ben, if you're watching, will you drop a link to your Facebook group, the one that I'm in? He's always got some great advice, great techniques, great information. So go join his Facebook group. He's a speaker, and I mean, he just does all kinds of great stuff. Him and his wife, awesome people. Lori, yes, jim@jimkellner.com. You got it right. Let's get that out of there. Hold on. Why can't, hide. That's why. Okay, there we go. Got the raffle gone. Go back to some comments here. This is fun. Thanks everybody for coming out on a holiday weekend. Thanks. Ben says, congratulations, Jim. Thanks so much. And again, I'm hoping to get my first book out. Navigating Success, out in sometime next year, probably in the spring. I don't want to step on this book, so that. Let's see. Here we go. Colin's got another comment here. Colin Chapman says, I did a high school post-prom, and they did drawings using a very similar app, and they took an hour to give away all the stuff because the same names kept coming up. You know, we've had that happen before. One time we had, so Sean is usually in the background. He's putting in information, links and everything when we do Hypnosis Hero. And so he would put the hashtag, Hypnosis Hero, and like my name was coming because it goes under my name. So my name kept coming up like over and over and over. We couldn't even get it to stop. So we had to just, I remember what I did. I made people draw numbers or something. All right. Yeah, Ben, there's the Facebook group right there. Go grab that Facebook group. Go check it out. It's a great group for everybody to go see. It's in the comments here. All right, so let me go ahead and I want to read. So, we already read the review from the blurb from Victoria Gallagher, and I only sent out blurb requests to a couple of people, and Victoria was one of the people that she responded, and again, it was just so quick and such a great review. It's on the back cover, so good it was on the back cover. I also have one from Roy Hunter. Some of you may know that he just had a medical emergency recently. Fortunately, he had done the blurb right before, so we got him. He's doing much better now. He's doing much better. He's at home. But here's what Roy wrote, and this was just so touching. I live very close to Roy. We've had lunch a few times. He's a legend in this business. In fact, if you're a hypnotist, want to learn hypnosis, you got to get these books, like The Art of Hypnosis. He's got a ton of them, and in fact, if you go over to my hypnoticsuccessacademy.com, you can find it from my main website. I'll be teaching his curriculum in October again. And so you'll be able to either attend live in October 2024, or you can watch the videos later. So what Roy wrote, see right there, there's Roy Hunter, talk to TikTok as well. Roy wrote, feeling like your life is stuck in a rut? Your life sucks. Here's how to fix it. Author Jim Kellner offers a candid and relatable guide to turning your life around. With a no-nonsense and humorous approach, Jim Kellner provides practical stories and insights to help you to make changes in any area of your life or your whole life. Prepare to begin a transformative journey toward a happier, more fulfilling life. Say hello to a brighter future with this empowering book. sorry, that's the description. Never mind. Sorry, that's the description of the book. The Roy wrote was this: I recently finished Jim Kellner's new book, Your Life Sucks. Here's how to fix it. What makes this book different from most self-help books can be put into 3 sentences. First, many self-help books tell you what to change, but do not tell you how to change. Jim tells you how to change. Also, he shares some of his own experiences as evidence. And this personal touch is rare in self-help books, and the author goes above and beyond in sharing his personal experiences. So I got to be honest with you, I kind of went back and forth on the personal stories and stuff because I don't paint a very good picture of myself, who I used to be, and some of the thoughts that I have, and things like that. And it's and still, I think, it's kind of cringe. Should I have shared that story? These kind of things. But I wanted, and I wanted people to know, I call myself a recovering loser. There's recovering alcoholics. I'm a recovering loser. I spent just decades not doing jack with my life. And I don't mean because of whatever job I was doing or where I was living or how much money I made, but it was really because I wasn't doing what I really wanted to be doing and what I really felt called to do. I think some of us are kind of, many people are very happy with an ordinary life. And I think that's great. But I think there's some of us do we really feel that calling to just do bigger things? And I wasn't doing any of that stuff. And so that's why I call myself a recovering loser. Whatever job you're doing, whatever career you have, or, life situation you have, if you're happy there, then bravo to you. You don't need this book. You don't need this book. But if you feel like, you could use some help making some changes, then you probably do want to get the book. No, you definitely want to get the book. One of the other things too that I had some, one of the struggles I had with my editor was, the editor kept telling me that because there's this one point in particular where I talk about a situation, in creating your own reality. And I tell a story about going to a comedy club. It was Tacoma Comedy Club. No, actually it was, this time was at the, hold on. It was Seattle Comedy Club. It's not Seattle Comedy Club. It used to be downtown. Anyway, it was where sorry. I think it's probably in here somewhere. The Comedy Underground. That's right. Okay. And we're all there, all of us comics. I used to be a stand-up comic. And so I went to this event for Carl Warmenhoven, who was the club manager, and he'd had a stroke, and we all came down to do a kind of a support show for him. And I can remember walking in. And so number one, I had this feeling like I was going through a lot of my life like this, number one, thinking no one remembers me. And I never wanted that awkward feeling. I hate that awkward feeling when you go up to somebody and you go, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "Ooh, do we know each other?" And I hated that. So I would, and then also I had this feeling like nobody liked me. And it wasn't, I'd walk into a big event and they had no evidence to support it. Right. It was just my self-esteem. That's where I was at. And so I would see I would feel like people didn't like me. So I walk in and I still get that. So I would get that feeling of like nobody likes me. Nobody's going to remember me. So I should just kind of, not approach anybody. People that I know, I shouldn't approach them. But what does that do? If I don't approach you and we know each other and I don't smile at you, whatever, maybe you think, "Oh, Jim's kind of he's very stuck up, or he doesn't like me," or something like this. And so, and I mentioned in the book that I said, I still sometimes struggle with that. It's something I'm still working on. And my editor was like, no, if you want to write, personal growth books, you want to write a book about this, people want the person who's already fixed the problem. And I'm like, it's mostly fixed, but it's not completely fixed. So I want people to know that I'm a real person and I have not solved all of the issues that I have. I'm still working. I'm a work in progress. I hope to get there, someday. But for right now, I still got some stuff going on that I'm working on. And again, it doesn't happen that often, but sometimes it does. And so I think it's important for you to know. One of the things I remember I used to listen to this podcast, and the guy, I really liked it, was about health and fitness and everything. And especially as I started getting healthier and dropping, about 100 pounds at one time. I would watch this podcast and listen to this podcast, and the guy said, he said, I decided recently that I'm going to do a 30-day challenge where I exercise every single day, and I was like, whoa, I got to do that. And then he went on to say, he goes, well, I know I won't have a problem with it because I've always been a big exerciser. I've always been very physically fit. And I was like, dude, I mean, he lost me because it wasn't relatable to me. I wasn't that guy. I wanted somebody that had struggled and had gotten past that, but he hadn't. So that was kind of a little bit disappointing. So if you do watch this later, please go to JimKellnerHypnotist.com/books, and you'll find some resources. If you go there now, you'll just find a page that says coming soon. Just a couple more things I want to cover here before I head out. Hey, Sonny is over there watching on TikTok. Good to see you, Sonny. All right, so I'm going to read the review from Nora Nopal. Tired of feeling like your life is stuck in a rut? Your life sucks. Here's how to fix it. In that book, author Jim Kellner delivers a no-nonsense guide to turning your life around with a candid and relatable approach. Kellner provides practical antidotes and insights to help you grasp the significance of your inner and outer voice, as well as the crucial connection between intention and outcome. Prepare to embark on a transformative journey towards a more fulfilling and purposeful life. Say goodbye to the status quo and hello to a brighter future with this empowering book. That's Nora Nopal. Appreciate that. Dan Goyette, he was commenting earlier. Dan Goyette said, Jim Kellner has not only written a great book, but has put words into action. This book is humorous and insightful in so many ways. Jim has not only looked at life, but how we live it. I highly recommend this book to anyone looking to improve their level of happiness and life in general. Just simply a must read. Again, go check out the magazine, Hypno Cafe. Joseph Crown. Let me read one more. Sometimes the best teachers. Oh, and put those hashtags. YLS book. Hashtag YLS book. I will be giving away one more book, and then we're going to end the live in about 20 minutes or sooner, about 10 minutes probably. Sometimes the best teachers are those who've walked the path themselves. Join the author Jim Kellner on their journey of self-discovery filled with vulnerable lessons and inspiring insights that will spark your transformation. This book is an honest conversation, a journey of discovery, and a gentle reminder that you are not alone in wanting something better. Jim makes thinking about changing our lives as easy as having a conversation with a friend. It's an honest conversation, a journey of discovery, and the gentle reminder that you're not alone in wanting something better. Big changes don't need big plans. Your life sucks. Here's how to fix it. Shows you how the smallest shifts can transform your life. Again, Joseph Crown, lifestyle designer, performance improvement coach, hypnotic muse. He's got a lot of experience. And a couple nice other reviews from Eualia and Anthony Gitch. Really just some really great stuff. I got to tell you, one of the things that I really liked that I got was, I don't think Anthony's, that's weird. One of the, here's an interesting thing. When, I thought that I had checked the book and gotten everything that was supposed to be there, but I think that my formatter made some mistakes, dropped some stuff out. There was supposed to be a review in here from Anthony Gitch, which I'm not seeing. Oh, no, there it is. Never mind. Oh, no, he did, though. No, it's right there. Never mind. Okay, it's in there. He did short. I had a longer section for notes, and I believe he took some of the pages out of that. I got to give a shout out to Paulette St. Louis, who was one of the proofreaders, and what she recommended was after each chapter a section to write down your insights. The things that you come up with. I thought it was a great idea, but it was kind of late in the game. I didn't want to have it re-edited and all that stuff. So what I did was I put them at the end. So I put several pages. It's supposed to be 10 pages for notes, but we got 3. So be brief in your notes, but definitely use that section. That's, this is, I think that a lot of us, we take these books and we treat them like there's some kind of a treasure that we don't want to get marked up and stuff. And I get that, especially if it's an autographed copy from world-renowned fitness model and author and everything, Jim Kellner. But you'll get a lot more out of it if you do like I did with Victoria's book. I'm in there. I'm highlighting sections. I'm writing in it. I'm putting sticky notes in there to remind me of things. And I think that'll make the information really stick a lot better with you. So the more you actively engage with the material, the better it'll be. And as much as I know a lot of us rely on Kindles and electronic books, and they do have the notes section, but boy, I think for me at least, there's just nothing like being able to open up a book and thumb through it and go, oh yeah, that was some of the insights that I picked up. So so remember, if you're watching live, and if you're watching live, it's if you're watching live on 9/1/2024, if you will put in the hashtag YLS book, you'll be entered into the raffle. If you're watching after that, I'm sorry, it's not available to you. And if you're on TikTok, unfortunately, I don't have the software over there for the drawing. And if you want to get a copy of the first 3 chapters, just write Entourage, ENTOURAGE below in the comments, and I will go and send you. I'll send you a copy. If we're not connected on Facebook or something, though, you do need to put your contact information in there, or just send me an email, jim@jimkellner.com with the word Entourage. If you're over on YouTube, it's going to be tough for me to track down where to send that to. If you're on Facebook, I can probably just messenger it to you, but otherwise I can't. So let me just, so Entourage will get you the 3. Okay, good. So Mia's back and she says, can you say hello to my cousin Mila, please? I would love to, but I just don't have time to say hi, Mila. I wish I had more time, but I don't. So I see Laura O'Neill's over on TikTok. Good to see you, Laura. Haven't chatted with her for a long time. She's a fantastic coach and speaker, all that kind of stuff. Now, I just want to I think one of the last things I want to do is I want to give a shout out to Richard Nongard. I mentioned him in the book because one of the action steps that I mentioned is mindfulness. And I had been reading about and trying to be more mindful for literally decades. It didn't really click with me until I watched Richard Nongard's TEDx talk. And in the book, you'll find a link to it. And it really, that 18, 19 minutes really clarified it for me. So I highly recommend that you go check it out. If you're not getting the book for whatever reason, if you're crazy, or you're not getting the book, just type in TEDx Richard Nongard, and you'll be able to watch that. So Richard Nongard has a book writing group, and it's on Facebook. It's Write a Book with Richard. It's Write a Book with Richard. Let me see here. Write a Book. If you just search for that, you'll find it. And then if you go to 12weekbook.com, you'll find his course very reasonably priced. I remember when I saw the email and I was like, ooh, I bet that's expensive. He was talking about his 12-week book club, and I clicked on it and I was blown away. I bought it immediately. I was blown away how affordable it was. And, the great thing is, so I had a lot of content. I'd been writing this book, the hashtag, be better, for a while, during COVID, really. But it was so disorganized, and I just had I didn't know what I was doing, and I was Googling things and getting overwhelmed with all the steps. And then when I took Richard's class, he just takes you through, you just do this, just step by step, how you do it. And I can't recommend it enough. I cannot recommend it enough. It was so helpful. there was, and if you just do it methodically, anybody can write a book. Anybody, I don't care who you are, you can write a book. And so really everybody's got a book in them. They've got something in them about something. So I definitely recommend that you get that. And Richard Nongard, by the way, he not only teaches how to write books, he's got like 20 books out there. This is one of my favorites, Excellence in NLP and Coaching. I'd recommend this. This is fantastic. It is just, there's so much. Can you see how thick that book is? There is so much information in here. Whether you're brand new to this business or you've been doing it for a while, grab that book and check that out. Let's see. And yeah, you can jump on the stream, Mia, if you want. I'm getting ready to leave. So I'm dropping a link down in the comments. If you click that link, you can join, but it has to be really quick because I'm wrapping it up in just a moment. And Mia says, thanks, Jim. I'm so happy. Can I jump on the stream quickly? We love you and all your work. Thanks for inspiring me to start my journey. Fantastic. Great. And again, if you want to learn hypnosis, I got Hypnosis 101 starting in October 2024. And I've also got the stage hypnosis training with Salish Jawan in October as well. So a couple of great things. And both of those will probably be available. I know Hypnosis 101 will be available as videos as well. So if you want to watch that later, you can do that. All right. So last drawing. Everybody ready? YLS. And if you watch this later, remember, if you go to JimKellnerHypnotist.com/books, you'll find all the, you'll have some other opportunities to win some cool stuff. YLS book is the hashtag we're drawing for. And this winner is, well, Dan's already got a book, so we're going to do somebody else. So try again. Let's see. Who else? Uh-oh. Dan's winning all the books. John Nutter, good friend of mine from a long time ago. I haven't seen him in ages. John, if you're still watching, please send me your address so I can get that out to you. And boy, now I can't remember everybody who won. Let's see, John. I'll have to go back through here and figure that out. We had Lori did. All right, so I'm going to bring on the heroes again. If they're kind of hanging out backstage, I'll bring them on again to say goodbye to them. Appreciate all of you guys, all of you showing up. Thank you, John. Yeah, awesome. Send me a Facebook message with your address.
Gutted to be here, as most you are, but I'm actually here today in the boots of the remarkable gentleman Travis Bell, who I'm lucky to have.
I'm not sure what's going on. Is that? Let's. I think Brian got. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. Okay.
Okay,
So, yeah.
He'll show up sooner or later. He always does. He'll just drop in like he was skydiving or something.
That's right. Laura Teague, Newland, right, good. There's Mia right there. Hold on, let's say hi to Mia. Hello, Mia.
Hi.
Welcome to the live stream.
Wait, where is my screensaver? Thank goodness.
Where's let's
Wait,
we need to
where's
your cousin? Where's your cousin at? There's Mila. Hey, Mila. Good to see you too. Good to see you too. Thanks for dropping in.
Oh,
All right, bye guys. That's awesome. I love it when we're introducing hypnosis to kids because they can use this valuable tool for the rest of their life. Valuable tool. Great. I think Brian had something else going on. Sean, any last words?
Well, I think to sum it all up, if you don't know it already, we're all here with you. So you've done a good thing for a lot of people, and it's gonna, pay dividends into the future for people who are looking for the solution. And you know as well as I do, and every hypnotist here would know exactly the same thing, that when people come to us and, you know, often they see us as their absolute last resort. Now they don't have to wait. They have a resource right there that they can use.
Nice. Yeah, I do think, you know, obviously you and I, we use hypnotherapy a lot. And when we're working with clients, even with ourselves, you know, using self-hypnosis, it is important to know though, that if you don't have access to a hypnotist, or for whatever reason, you just don't want to, you know, you don't want to try it. You know, maybe it's not affordable for you. You can't find a good practitioner near you or whatever your reason, you really can solve a lot of your own problems, you know, with a book like this. You know, there's a lot of great books that can help you. And I think for a lot of people, that's maybe a starting point. That's their gateway drug. You know, you start off with this, you learn some of the techniques, you go, you know, I want to take it up a notch.
I know millions of ELA teachers that absolutely love you right now for saying that books are a gateway drug.
Oh yeah.
They can be highly addictive, no question.
Oh yeah, definitely. So John Nutter, John, thank you so much. John Nutter, again, I've known him for, a decade or more. He says, I work at a residential treatment center and I'm going to suggest your book to our clinical department. I think it would be a great asset to our clients. John, it's funny you say that because I've just been talking with someone. So this kind of almost brings me to tears. So I'm working with somebody who works with homeless college students. And they're actually talking about, they're actually putting in an order for my books for all of there's like 65 of their current homeless college students right now. And I'm going to go in and start speaking to them on a monthly basis and kind of helping them go forward. And I love this because these folks, they're homeless and they're so motivated and really just kicking their own butt to be better. You know, that's what I'm all about, you know? So John, I would love that. Please have them get in contact with me if they need to. Love to chat with them about it. You'll have your copy. You can talk about it a little bit. And Antonio Perez says, try to get on Dr. Phil. Love to get on Dr. Phil. Although I'd almost rather get on the, have you seen the Kill Tony clips?
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Dude, there is some funny stuff there. There's a guy, I can't remember what his actual name is, but he plays he's a comic and he's playing a Dr. Phil role. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Now, I know that you know that I know.
Right.
And if you knew that
Wow.
I knew that I know, then you know that I know, you know?
Sean, you could be doing impressions too. What the heck?
Oh, it's a hidden talent.
Adam Ray. Yes, Adam Ray. That's who's doing it. Freaking hilarious. I've only discovered this Kill Tony recently. So funny. And that Adam Ray is just hilarious. Antonio, when you get a chance, please send me your address too, because I've got a copy for you. I actually mentioned Antonio Perez in this book because he helped me to, one of my challenges was saving money. I had a terrible time saving money. So no matter how much money I made, I was always broke because I just spent it. And I did some work with Antonio doing, can't remember what's the name of that technique that you did, Antonio? It wasn't just straight hypnosis. It was core transformation. That's what he did. Core transformation. And boy, I tell you what, it really clicked for me. It was awesome. So highly recommend him too. He's mentioned in the book. You can also get his book. You know what? I don't have it in front of me. Shoot, I should have had it in front of me. Escape the Rabbit Hole. So if you're into conspiracies or recovering conspiracy person, you'll definitely want to check out that book. Antonio's doing great stuff. Core transformation. That's right. So, hey, everybody, I want to thank you for watching. Sean, thank you for hanging around. Always appreciate your support. And then, Antonio says converting conspiracy theorists. Perfect. Sean, let's set a goal. When can we expect your book?
Oh, I'd say give me. Let's see. We just started the school year. Why don't we launch it next Labor Day?
Next Labor Day. I'm putting it on the calendar. All right. Cool.
It seems I'm on the hook now.
All right, everybody. Take care. Be well. Be awesome.
Have a good day, everybody.